the privilege I'm actually enjoying now is the having the awareness of my own shadows. It's like I'm playing hide and seek, and I've actually chosen to be intentional about it, like to see my shadows at play, and kind of like, it's like, you're playing, when you're playing hide and seek, you have to go and look for others, right? And then when you find them, you like block them. So basically mentally, that's what I'm having. So like the stimulus that takes place around me and also in my mind, of like things that are happening, it's like I'm in this position where I can just spot things on, like I can spot, oh, that's my shadow, and I can feel when it's coming through. It has its own certain kind of energy. It's a privilege for me to be in the position of seeing that I have right now, because I know what it's like to live in an unconscious state of mind of myself, of my ways, of my patterns, of how I choose to see things, how I choose to respond to life, everyday life. It's like a magical place to be in the spot that I am now, because I can see things that I could not see before, and I can actually like go like, oh wow, like it's no longer even oh wow, now I'm no longer like moved by them, but it's beautiful to be in a position where you once lived in a dark and now you're in the light, and you can actually like spot your own blind spot, and you can spot your own weaknesses, and you can actually like see them in real life. When things are happening, you are there for yourself to make sure you don't self-sabotage yourself, and to guide that inner child who didn't have that abilities, those psychic abilities to see through right illusions, the dark energy, the forces that we once entertained as reality, and now we have been awakened to it, and we're like, no, actually this is not what I thought it was reality. Actually, this was just an illusion. This was just a phase that as a soul I was going through unknowingly, and now that I've been awakened, I know this isn't real. Do you understand? So like, for example, things shift, man, things around, and these things like triggers, basically, we get triggers sometimes by certain things in life, and I'm in a position where I'm like looking basically for my triggers. I'm like waiting, I'm like present, I'm like, where are you? You better show yourself. And basically they do show themselves, and I'm like, oh, hi there, I see you, I acknowledge you, and I am so grateful for you, because now I am awake, I'm aware, and I get to create the kind of life experience that I truly resonate with. I know that I have a free will under any given circumstances. I always have the higher upper hand. I can choose to create whatever that I want to create, which is amazing, because comparing again to the old person who I could not do that. I felt like life was just, beyond measure. I felt like things are challenging. I felt like life is the worst place. I felt things was crazy. Do you understand? And now I'm in a place where like I'm actually, for the very first time, enjoying to be alive. I enjoy to be alive. I enjoy to live. I enjoy to experience life. I enjoy going through life experiences. I enjoy to be, a living being and experiencing all things. I'm not a person who's about one-sided. I'm not a person who's just looking for comfort. I'm not a person who's looking just to entertain, sense of gratification. I'm not a person, not that it's wrong or right. I know it's not my essence. And so having that ability where I know what I want and I know how to create it, it's an honor, it's a privilege. I know not many people can do it, not that they have to, but I know to get to this place where I can actually experience life differently, and moreover experience it consciously and being part of the one who's creating it. Do you understand? So I'll always say that you do create your own pain as much as you do create your own pleasure. You do create your own misery as much as you create your own, because I know I have been there. I've been creating my own pain all my life unconsciously, and now I'm creating my own pleasure consciously. Do you understand? So it is an honor to know that and have that ability to do that. It's one thing to say something, it's one thing to do something. There is a great sense of alignment within my mind, my nervous system, my body, my energy, how I channel it consciously, knowingly what I'm creating at the time. You know, life can throw things at my doorstep, different kinds of things. But it's amazing how now all these things that used to appear as mountain, as the worst thing, and they appear like nothing, like literally nothing. I can just, I can get in a place people can be moved in different ways. Like now I know that's my energy, that people cannot, some people can actually, not everyone actually has the energy to stand my energy. Like I'm aware of that. So when I met with people who react based on my energy, I am not moved because I know who I am and I know what my energy does. Whereas in the past I didn't. I used to struggle to own my energy. I used to fear to carry my energy because I used to be afraid to be judged, criticized, to be on a spotlight. Nowadays I am not afraid to be in a spotlight because of my energy. I'm not afraid of my own energy. I'm not afraid to carry my own energy. That is amazing for me because I've experienced what it's like to live in a place where I was afraid of my own energy. Right now I go with ease and grace in the midst of anybody. I don't give a... Do you understand? I can just care. That's not pride. That's just me being aware of who I am and what I am made of. And it is a gift, and it is also an honor to finally get to the place where you know who you are, you accept who you are, you embrace who you are, you acknowledge what you are, and just live life according to what is aligned with you. For me, it's connection. Connection begins with me acknowledging and accepting myself as I am, no longer being at war with how I am and how I show up, because I love everything about myself. I've learned to love everything about me, and it works. It works because now I'm no longer having to stress. I don't have longer to be insecure. I no longer have to fighting wars, trying to create something in the head, trying to block energies of other people who are somehow there. But no, child, I can be at peace in the midst of chaos. I can be happy in the midst of craziness. That's just my own abilities. That's who I am, and I love my energy because I know it just does things that I thought they were taboo at the time, because the people who could not settle, who cannot understand, who did not even have the ability to fathom themselves. So imagine if you don't know who you are, how can you accept other people? You can't. The moment you learn to accept yourself as a whole, then you can accept other people. But if you don't know who you are, there is no way you will accept other people. There is no way you will love other people. There is no way you can be with other people and be content and be okay with yourself, because you have not accepted yourself. Do you understand? We only receive what we give. I can be at peace with myself because I create that. I consciously, intentionally choose peace in the midst of chaos, because I have found value in creating peace. I have been in that dimension of entertaining chaos, and I know what it brings on the table. I am done. I've outgrown it. Hence now I have shifted mindset and I've chosen peace over chaos. Do you understand? Wema, love and light. Bye.